The first version of Claude, you asked something to it, it answered. That's all. It was more like a smart Google search. Let me tell you about the new version. The new version, you give it a task and leave and come back to find if it's done. It plans the whole thing by itself and it fixes its own mistake. It don't need you in between. That didn't happen overnight. There were like 4 major upgrades where Claude took that leap from ChatGPT. And once you see that switch, you will understand why everyone building something serious with AI took that switch. We will be going through each version of the Claude and I will be telling you one thing what become possible that wasn't possible before. And by the end of the video, you will understand not just what Claude is today, but where it's clearly heading next. So you can make a better decision why should you choose it for learning. Before Opus 4, every AI model needed you in the room. You will give him a task and it will do it in pieces. And before, it used to do a single piece at once. You will be reviewing it and will be giving your feedback and then moving to the next step. And seriously, you were the glue holding up every single pieces. Opus 4 changed that one specific thing. It introduced what Anthropic called hybrid reasoning, the ability to choose between the faster answer, slow one, and the deeper one. But more importantly, it was the first Claude build to run into the Claude code, which meant you could give it a coding task, a real multi-step one, and walk away. Think of it like this. Before Opus 4, Claude was the smart intern which needed step-by-step instruction to tackle out the task. Opus 4 was the first version of Claude where you can hand an actual job and trust it to figure out the details. The shift from giving it step-by-step instruction to tackle the task to taking the ownership is the foundation everything else is built on. 6 months later, Claude Opus 4.5 didn't make Claude more capable in a dramatic way. It made it more reliable specifically for code. Before Opus 4.5, Claude used to write code which used to work. But someone might write if they were figuring it out as they go. It got through the answer, but with an ugly route. Opus 4.5 pushed it away how an experienced developer write a code. More structured, more cleaner, and more reliable. Code that a real engineer would be comfortable reading and maintaining. It significantly got better in debugging of the code. Claude 4.6 changed the whole perspective of seeing the Claude. Now it's just not the developer tool. It became a business tool. Claude was handling most of the part at a business, but decisions, routing, and using multiple tools within the organization, and all of them without breaking and being consistent. Think of the evolution. Opus 4 handled the task. Opus 4.5 handle it more smartly and consistently. Opus 4.6 can do it cleanly inside a complicated environment, handles things smoothly without breaking halfway through. This was a version where I started confidently deploying Claude into my client system too. Not just as a demo, but as something which was running in the production every single day without me watching it. And now we are at the newest one, Opus 4.7. And you know, 3 things has been changed which kind of matters. Let's say if you give it a long chart with lot of components or lot of text into it, it might miss some or the other thing on that whole chart. But now it can see the whole image into proper resolution and can see image for the longer period of time as well. So it reduces the chance of hallucinating and giving the wrong response. And the second one is something which I have faced a lot of times. It used to forget memory across the sessions. So let's say if you're talking to it right now, you might be giving a lot of context to it about yourself, what you do, and what the things you want from him. If you ask it the same thing after a week or a month, it might forget that thing. But now, it will remember it for a longer period of time than before. It might feel like a very small difference. But if you're using Claude, not just as a tool, as a collaborator, it might feel big. And third one is something which made Claude more thinkable and reasonable while handling the complex task. Now we have a thinking control to it. Let's say if you have a less complex question to ask from Claude, so you can put it thinking to low. But if you have a complex task for Claude, you can keep the thinking level to maximum. The level of control means better result, and the capability of Claude giving the answer correctly increases. Each version isn't just smarter, it is seriously removing the workload and handling the task on its own. And while the model version increases, it is doing it more effortlessly and at the same time building confidence on us to use it more. The question worth asking isn't what the new Claude can do, it's what I'm still doing manually that Claude should be doing it by now. Drop a comment and please let me know which Claude's model changed the way how you actually work. I'm really curious to know whether these differences within the version of the Claude made a huge difference in your use case or not. And if you want a breakdown of Claude code, please let me know. I will be doing it if there will be specific comments in the video. Subscribe if you want to know more about AI, about prompt engineering, about building voice agent or AI agents. We will be covering each one of it in our videos.